My mom was followed by a murderer, and this is that story. All right, so this story goes all the way back to the mid-1970s. So this is my mom's junior year of high school. Well, it was the end of her junior year of high school, I guess I should say. Actually, it was the start of her summer vacation. It was a beautiful day, so my mom, her sister, and her friend decided to take a little day trip. So the three of them hop in the car, and they're off. So it takes them about 2.5 hours to get there. They're listening to the radio, talking about things they want to do for the summer, and eventually they arrive at their destination, Oak Creek Canyon Park. So for context, this trip and this entire story is all taking place in northern Arizona. The park they were at sits in the middle of Coconino National Forest. So one of the main reasons they wanted to go to this park is because it's absolutely gorgeous over there. There's trees, mountains. One of the things they notice when they get there is that it is very open, almost too open. So they park their car in a small parking lot and they start scoping out an area for them to hang out. They end up plopping down by this small pond by the park with plans to just hang out for a few hours. They had brought some food. They were maybe gonna do a picnic. They didn't really know, other than the fact that they were just enjoying that summer had just begun. I feel like it's important to mention that my mom has been to this park before. She's been there a few times with some friends and whatnot, but it was very empty that day, which was strange for such a nice day. Anyway, so there they are, just hanging out, when suddenly, my mom notices a man across the pond. A couple of minutes go by and my mom's sitting there trying to stay engaged in the conversation with her sister when she stares back across the pond. The man is still standing there. He's staring at them, rubbing his chin thoughtfully like, I see you. Obviously, my mom's first thought is, what the hell is this guy doing out here by himself? And why is he staring at us like that? Trying her best not to stare back, she does a few quick glances at best, and she notices his clothes. He's really well dressed, which is just another weird detail that didn't seem to add up to my mom. We should just move to another area. I'm getting really creeped out, she thought to herself. After deciding that this situation isn't normal, she gets the attention of her sister and her friend, pointing out the man staring at them across the pond. They tell her she's overthinking it and she's just being crazy. He's probably there just enjoying the park like anyone else would. It is a public park after all. And you know, they were probably right. People are allowed to be outside, people are allowed to go to public parks, whatever. Still feeling uneasy, my mom tries her best to go back to just enjoying her day. Out of the corner of her eye, she notices a slight movement. Instantly, her eyes dart back across the pond. The man isn't there anymore. Suddenly, she catches sight of the man. He's walking along the edge of the pond, headed their direction. The scariest part, he was walking with intention. He was walking toward them. And to my mom, that was it. So as to not escalate the situation any further, because my mom had no idea what was gonna happen, my mom softly but sternly pointed out the man walking across the pond. Finally, they all agreed that something wasn't right about this situation and that they should move now. As quickly and quietly as they could, they gathered their things and headed back to the car. All the while, my mom is sneaking glances at him. He was still there, walking with an even quicker pace than he was before, closing in on where they had just been seconds before. My mom will say to this day, she had the worst feeling in the pit of her stomach. She was practically hyperventilating. Out of fear, instinct, caution, whatever you want to call it, my mom picks up a rock on the way to the car. They reach the car, they throw their stuff in the trunk, and they pile in. My mom is hunched over in the back seat, clutching the rock for dear life. She peeks out the back window as the car starts. She doesn't see him. Wherever he was, they needed to get out of there. With the tires practically squealing out of the parking lot, they race down the same road they drove in on. At this point, everyone's eyes are glued to the rearview mirror. So that was weird, my mom thought to herself. Rock in hand, my mom was definitely shaken up. My mom's sister, the one who was driving the car, quickly looks in the rearview mirror and she says, "Oh my God, look." The energy in the air, it felt cold. It just felt wrong. Slowly, my mom peers out the back window one more time. To her horror, she sees a car emerging from the same parking lot, following them. She'll never forget the feeling of watching a yellowish, cream-colored Volkswagen Beetle slowly gaining ground on them. Now, everyone was truly terrified. What did this person want? Why was he following them? All my mom knew was, this person is evil. She could feel it. Her sister floors the gas pedal, and luckily they're able to maintain a distance between themselves and this man. Eventually, they get to a gas station and they pull over to what they hope is safety. To their surprise, and ultimately their relief, the man drives right by them. My mom's sister, and her friend, they were all really unsettled by the whole thing. Now, you're probably wondering why I just told you that story. Please don't go anywhere. I'm about to explain the craziest part. So about 15 years go by, My mom's just at home minding her own business watching the news when she sees that convicted serial killer Ted Bundy is about to be sentenced to death. She's watching the news, learning more about this man, and she learns that he was well-dressed, he drove a yellow cream-colored Volkswagen Beetle, and he committed several murders in Colorado, which is right above Arizona. And as she's watching the news, the phone rings. My mom's sister, my aunt, who was with her when this happened all those years ago, is watching the same broadcast when she calls my mom. And without even saying hello, the very first thing my aunt says is, "Do you think it was him?" And without missing a beat, my mom slowly says, "I know it was him."